What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
Hello, episode number 26.
Number 26.
Today is May 10th, and this day is for the moms. For all the moms out there, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, moms.
Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day. It's also my wife's birthday as well.
Happy birthday.
So everything fell on today, but it was a pretty cool day. My name is Harrison. I'm here with my brother Nick, as always.
Oh yeah.
As always. But yeah, Nick, how was your week?
My week was good. It was pretty good. We got a new plant stand in.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. It looked cool.
A little shorter than we thought it was going to be, but
yeah,
it still holds all the plants that we wanted to display. So excited about that. And then we got a new bed frame in because we were using Alicia's bed frame, and she's had that since she was in middle school.
Yeah,
so it was just like a wire frame bed frame.
Yeah.
It was a little curly looking.
That's all right.
So we decided to get a new one, and this is really nice. So it really opens up the room a lot, which is cool.
So did you get a new mattress too, or just a bed frame?
No, just the bed frame. We really like the mattress. It's just
what size is y'all's mattress?
Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually, whenever you guys upgrade, you need to get a king. Because seriously, like kings, man, they just change your life.
Do they really?
It's so much room. Hey, what's going on, Casper? But
Casper.
But yeah, kings are absolutely amazing.
Is it too much room though?
I don't. Is there such a thing as too much room?
I guess not. I mean, Alicia does complain a lot because I'll roll over to her side.
Yeah,
I'll roll over to the middle.
It's perfect because like you can kind of both meet in the middle and snuggle whatever. And then whenever, like for me, like for instance, I get super hot at night, so like
Me too.
I just have to have my own space, so I can roll over and have plenty of space.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice, but it's funny like whenever you start to get your own place and just like stuff like video games and like tech stuff. It's still great to get, and it's still so much fun. But like getting stuff like bed frames and mattresses and like furniture, it's like
really
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
We've just kind of been like slowly decking out the place with like new stuff, like plant stand, bed frame, shelves. I mean, just trying to make it more like a home because I think we're gonna be here for
a while.
Yeah, for at least over a year, which is good because like, man, I've moved every year for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
just because of college, like going to a different apartment every year. Then I was only in my apartment up here for 7 or 8 months before I moved in, and then it's been a lot.
It's gonna be nice to
just kind of settle.
Yeah, settle for a while.
We're starting to put like art up on the walls and starting to decorate. Cool. So it's feeling good.
We want to paint. We painted the guest bathroom, and then we want to paint the hallway and stuff, and then eventually make our way downstairs. And then once we get downstairs painted, we'll finally be able to put up like pictures and stuff that we've gotten over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But this week, Brittany and I had built a table that's going to go behind our couch downstairs, and that way, when like you're down there, you can have like drinks and stuff and your phones or whatever that you can kind of like rest behind you.
Oh, it goes like, so like here's the couch, it goes over the couch.
Yeah, exactly. So we built that. And then Brittany went ahead and patched all the holes. So we just got to get it painted. And we also got this thing, which is really cool on Amazon. It's this little contraption that you have to cut a hole out in the wood, and it goes down, and then the extension cord goes into the wall, but then it lays flush with the wood. And then you press a little button and it pops out, and then you have like your little USB slots and stuff and like little plugins. Cool. Yeah, so it's gonna be really nice once we get everything finished.
Man.
So
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture as soon as it's done. But yeah, we're gonna get it painted this week and then get it installed and stuff.
So it's the length of the whole couch, right? So it's
yes, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty big.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been a pretty. I mean, I feel like the weeks are kind of blended together now. It's just we got an email, I think, on Thursday that our stay-at-home, work-from-home period is going to extend indefinitely. So
indefinitely?
Yeah, until until they say we go back to work, we go back to work. But
Mhm.
I mean, at this point, I mean, everyone's got their stuff. So I mean, and I feel like kind of the big kinks of getting everybody to work from home is kind of over now.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of easy. So it makes sense. I mean, for all the businesses that can operate from home, you might as well just operate from home until the time being, you know?
Yeah, we had like an all hands call last week, and
Yeah.
I mean, from the sound of it, like it could even be 2021 before we go back into work, just because they want to spend a certain amount of time in each phase before we go into the next phase. And
Yeah.
then I think they said for phase 3 they want to spend 2 months there before they even start sending or at least half of people back to work. So like
Yeah.
even after that 2 months after the phase 3, they're just going to send 50% of the people back, and those are just people who kind of need to be on site or
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
client side. So I mean, it's gonna be a while. Like
Yeah.
I need to like buy a computer chair and just kind of get
Just
settled
get
in for
settled in.
the
Yeah.
call, because yeah, it's gonna be a long time, I think,
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is,
fine.
yeah. I mean, I'm so used to it now, and I can, I feel like I still get my exercise in. I still go running every day and all that good
Mhm.
stuff. And like during my breaks, I'll do like little squats and, stuff like that just to kind of keep active or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm getting pretty used to it now. I was like right before we were going home, I was in the process of trying to like change up my game room a little bit, but now that like I've got this desk in here, it's kind of hard to. But it's all good. It's all good.
It's good that you at least have like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
dedicated
definitely.
room, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely helps.
Right.
But
Oh,
but yeah, it's just been kind of same old stuff, really. Yeah, pretty
man,
pretty easy week.
I feel like we're saying the same things every week now, but just that's what it is, man. It's just
Yeah. Well, I don't know how they are in Virginia, but they opened up some retail stores now here. Like the mall's
Mhm.
open again, which is, I
Why would you
mean,
open up the mall first?
I
That's
don't
like a
know.
cesspool.
Yeah, and apparently people are there. I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, I would honestly, I would like to go to Best Buy. That's like the only place I really want to go.
Mhm.
But just because I don't know, I've got some extra cash that I'm just like, how you get when you're just like you're itching to spend
Kind of sitting on
something.
some, yeah.
Yeah, but
Let me go buy something stupid.
yeah, but Kaylee got her Switch.
The
I,
Switch
I,
Lite, right?
the Switch Lite, yeah, she got the coral one, which it looks
Oh
super
man,
nice.
it looked really good in the picture you sent me.
Yeah, so I was at Walmart getting some stuff, and I always go peep in the electronics section, and they didn't have anything out, so I was like, well, let me just ask. So
Mhm.
they're like, yeah, we got them, but we only got the lights, and we've got like the pink one and the yellow one and something else. And I was like, okay. So I called Brittany. I was like, hey, tell Kaylee if she wants to get it, they got it. So I'll pick it up. And
Mhm.
she ended up wanting it, and she's liking it so far. It's cool too because like since I have that family plan that she can still play all of the online games. But anything that she downloads, I can't be playing it unless you said that if you go into airplane mode that you can both play at the same time.
Y- Yeah, I might have just been speaking to Animal Crossing, but so like if you want to both play Splatoon at the same time, I don't think you can. I think she has to purchase it from her specific Nintendo account. I
Gotcha.
don't think
Well,
she
yeah.
can.
Well, I have the physical copy of Splatoon.
Oh, okay, but like
But
a
like
digital game.
exactly, yeah. But so when I had whenever we were downloading Animal Crossing and she booted it up,
Mhm.
it kicked me out of it. So if I think if it's weird because like the primary console is the one that gets kicked out of. So it was weird, but it's fine. That's not
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, so as long as she's in airplane mode, you should be able to play at the same time. But you can't play wirelessly together. Like I tried to play with Alicia, like
Yeah,
we tried to just do like the local wireless, and that still didn't work because they recognized that it was just one copy of the game, even
right.
though one
Yeah.
was offline. So
No, that makes sense. I
yeah,
mean, it's weird, but whatever.
nice. So she booted up Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's enjoying it so far, and she's been playing
Nice.
Splatoon and Fortnite as well. So
Oh, of course, Fortnite.
yeah,
You
we got
gotta
we
play
gotta play
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Gotta play Fortnite. I hate
Well, it's
Fortnite
good.
though, but
Yeah. I yeah.
All
I
right,
had
let's
my
so
stint with it.
yeah, I did too. I played majority on Xbox. I played a little bit on Switch just because I feel like it was more kids playing it, so I feel like I could dominate without necessarily having to build.
Rock and roll.
But yeah, let's dive into what we've been playing.
Cool.
I'll go first because I've only been playing one thing, and well, really two things. So I'll start with Dragon Ball Z. So I downloaded the DLC, and
Oh boy.
not Kakarot Fighters.
Oh my god. Okay.
So,
Every week I keep thinking it's Dragon Ball
no,
Z. Right.
I need to play the DLC for Kakarot, but I have
Mm,
been, dude, I have been loving the ranked mode in that game, like playing online with people.
really?
Yes, like I thought that I would just get destroyed, but yeah, I'm still doing pretty well.
Wow.
Um,
What
but
what what rank are you?
I don't know, their ranks are weird.
Oh, okay, of course
Yeah,
they are.
yeah, it's strange. Um, but the big thing though is I got Skyward Sword. I got the Wii Motion Plus. I booted it up. I've played about 2 hours of it.
Okay.
It's all right. It's not as terrible as I remember. I got right to the first dungeon, I think.
Mm,
And then I saved it and then turned it off. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't remember that like it's weird with like the cutting. You have to when you slash your sword, you have to cut in certain ways. Like certain
yeah.
enemies will block, and that's kind of annoying. I just don't want to be waggling around. But I mean, it is what it is. But it is very interesting with that game because you can definitely tell that Breath of the Wild drew some majorly influenced by that game.
Mhm.
It's the same. It's in the same series, so that makes sense. But with like, it's still got like the stamina meter and stuff, where you can
Yeah,
run
yeah.
too fast and climb and stuff like that.
The stamina meter sucks in Skyward Sword and it's pointless, but
Yeah.
I mean
It's pretty bad. I don't know, man. The game is just it just feels kind of lifeless to me. More less so. Well, I mean, obviously coming from Breath of the Wild, it's a little
Mhm.
different, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a mainline Zelda game. It just feels like a knockoff, but it's still Zelda.
Oh,
It's
that's
weird.
man, that cuts deep. A
Yeah,
knockoff?
maybe not like a knockoff, but just it's like the B team or like the C team
Mhm.
compared to like Breath of the Wild is the A team or whatever. And it takes a while to get started too,
I
which is
I think it's one of like the longest startups aside from like Twilight Princess.
yeah,
Because
because
that
even
one's like
like
a freaking 3 hour tutorial.
yeah, but it's cool though. But like I don't know, this one it just even when you get to the when you leave the Skyloft, it still takes a while to kind of get into it.
Mhm.
But
Well, also the game treats you like you've never played a video game before,
oh yeah, they treat you like you're 2.5 years old.
right?
It's
Like
crazy.
every time you pick up a green rupee, it tells you picked
Yeah,
up a green rupee.
and there's like even like the main video at the very beginning, it teaches you how to use the Wiimote. I'm like, dude, Skyward Sword came out like towards the end of the Wii, the Wii's life cycle. Like everyone knows how to use a freaking Wiimote, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess because you have to use the Motion Plus.
it kind of wants to
And
make sure.
like it's also a lot. Like I forgot how cumbersome using the Wii is in general with the freaking the Wii bar, the sensor bar, and then you have to
Mm,
have the nunchuck and stuff. It's just a lot. It's too much for
yeah, it's
to
it's a
play a
lot to deal
game.
with.
But I'm liking it. I think I'm gonna continue playing it. See how far I get.
Well, you have to finish it.
Yeah, I do. I have to finish it. I'll probably stream it sometime
Mhm.
this week as well. But I'm liking it so far. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and we'll see.
So you're less sour on it now.
I'm less sour, yeah,
Well,
but it still looks really really good too.
well, that's
Like
nice.
it holds up pretty well.
But yeah, the kind of the cell shady graphics kind of blended well too.
Yeah, it's like it's funny because
All that
like
stuff.
when Wind Waker came out, like everyone was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a baby game. It's garbage. The graphics." And then Twilight Princess came out, and then it's like it was too realistic
Yeah,
or
too
realistic
much.
looking, yeah. And then they kind of did Skyward Sword, where it's kind of like in the middle of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and then
Mhm.
obviously Breath of the Wild looks amazing as well. But yeah, it's funny. But yeah,
I guess when you think about it, you're 28 now. Skyward Sword came out when you were what 2011, so it came out when you were
It's 18,
19,
19, something
18,
like
19. No 18 or 19-year-old is gonna want to waggle their Wiimote. you know, they're gonna think it's stupid from the get go.
Yeah, yeah, and I was just kind of over the
Over
Wii
the
in
Wii.
general. Like it was a cool console, but I wasn't super impressed with it.
There weren't many games on the Wii that like really, really captured me, aside from the Conduit,
Oh
Metroid
yeah, the con of
Prime,
it, yeah.
Metroid Prime 3, what Zelda, kind of. I never
Yeah.
finished Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Twilight Princess was good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you could also play that on GameCube, which is probably the better version.
exactly.
So
I don't think I played it on GameCube though. I think I played it on the Wii. Oh, Wii
yeah,
and the
yeah.
Wii U.
Yeah.
Wii U version was dope.
Yeah, the Wii U is cool. Oh, that was a cool version.
Yeah. Cool. So is that all you've been playing?
Yep,
Just
that is
Skyward
it.
Sword and that?
I finally got Stadia downloaded and was
Mhm.
going to try that out, but you can't. It doesn't work with iPhone.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so I don't like. It's weird because like you think, I mean, iPhones are. I feel like they've probably sold the most. They're the most used like
I think
phone.
Android might be slightly higher.
Okay, maybe because
Yeah.
there's just so many types of Android phones.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are not currently listed as compatible with streaming. You can download the app and stuff, and download the game or get the game. I guess it's not really downloading, but
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I want to try it because I mean it's got when you get signed up for the pro version, you get 2 months free, and there's some good games. I mean, there's Destiny on there. There's like SteamWorld Heist and SteamWorld Dig 2.
Nice.
I can't remember the game I was gonna. I think it was that Zombie Army game 4, Zombie Army 4 that I was gonna
Mhm.
try, but then I saw that it wasn't compatible with iPhone, so I was like, okay, well that sucks. But
That kind of blows. I mean, I don't.
so hopefully they'll get it within the time frame of me having the Stadia Pro, or I'll never experience it because I will never pay for it. Um, but yeah, that is all I've been playing.
Cool. So what have I been playing?
Although Red Dead Redemption 2 just got added to Game Pass, so I'm very excited for that.
Have you played that yet?
No, I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
I haven't even downloaded it yet. I gotta get it downloaded.
Well, you better start now because.
Yeah, it's 100 gigabytes. I think it's 101 gigabytes. It's
My
ridiculous.
God. Yeah, that's good. I never got super far into it, but I liked what I played.
Oh, did you buy it?
Yeah, I got it for Christmas.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like last year, something.
Cool.
Yeah, good game. I finished Final Fantasy 15.
Nice. What was the total time?
Total time is 24 hours.
Okay, that's not bad.
So that was, I think I said last week that it would take about 25.
Okay, so
And
right on the money.
yeah, running the money. I got to the last like chapter and I was a little underleveled, so I had to go back and do some hunts,
Yeah,
some quests to level up. Just because I didn't do a ton of the side quests, I did a good amount, but not, I don't know, not a significant amount of them. Just because a lot of them were just fetch quests
yeah.
that didn't actually give a lot of XP, so I didn't worry about them. But man, my God, after you hit a certain point in that game, so it's chapter 9. Once you hit chapter 9, you basically leave the open world behind, and you just get funneled into the story, and all this heartbreaking stuff happens, and it's actually like
Does the car die?
the car dies. The car actually the car does die, and that's a pretty sad moment too. But
is it alive?
no, it's just
Okay,
it's just a car that your dad passed on to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Final Fantasy to have a car that's
No,
sentient, but
that's a good question. But once you get to chapter 9, the story opens up. It's just pretty much straight story until the last chapter.
that's cool.
And like everything starts to make sense, and there are some heartbreaking moments, and just the bonds of the boys, just
Bonds of the Bros, man.
bonds of the bros. It's heartbreaking just watching them because I don't want to give spoilers
Yeah.
for Final Fantasy 15, but a tragic thing happens to one of the characters.
Mhm.
And you're like, is this gonna last the whole game? And it does. And it's like, ooh, and then it lasts like much longer after that.
Oh gosh.
Oh, this actually sucks. Um, and then the game just suddenly switches genres in chapter 13. It turns into almost like a survival horror game. And I've read a little bit about just Final Fantasy 15 story and
Yeah.
some problems with it. One of the biggest gripes was with chapter 13 because it just strips you of all your powers and strips you of all your other characters. So it's just Noctis, and you're just kind of walking down these corridors and fighting these like zombie-ish things.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like the longest chapter in the game. It's like 2.5 to 3 hours. So it's like, what the heck is happening? But they did some patches, and I think it's a lot better now than it used to be. But even now, it was like pretty long and one of the hardest chapters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one fight, like at the end of the chapter, where I was pretty severely underleveled for the fight, but I didn't know that going in. And I used up like 20 Phoenix Downs, like 20 high elixirs, just reviving all my characters constantly. And then it came down to like the boss having like a sliver of health. I had a sliver of health. I had no healing options left. Everyone else in the party was dead, and I was just going ham on him. And I finally landed the final blow, and it was a good moment. It was great.
Nice little clutch moment at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty clutch. It was pretty. Alicia was watching, and she was impressed. Not gonna lie. But it, like aside from that, the game was pretty easy. Like I never had a game over that was inflicted by me dying. But it was, man, the end of that game,
So
super sad.
what's a game over? Like something you didn't.
There was like a car chase scene,
Oh, okay.
and I
Stuff
flipped the
like that.
car. Yeah, or like I was trying to sneak, and they found me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but solid 8 out of 10 game. Loved
Cool.
the story. Like by the end of it, like everything kind of comes together in the perfect way. Super sad.
And the combat is like kind of like an action RPG game. Like do you pause and stuff to use magic and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can pause to use potions and
Okay.
whatnot. So it's really easy to heal and everything. The last like I guess last 30 minutes of the game, you fight like 6 different bosses,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of crazy. It was it was a pretty intense like last segment of the game.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go through and play at least the episode Ignis,
Mm-hmm.
because there are different episodes for each character, like Prompto, Gladiolus, and Ignis. And I think Ignis gives you a different ending to the game, and it kind of retcons some of the plot holes
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah, that's what I heard about some of the DLC. Yeah.
Yeah, so I might go through and play that. But
You need to play the Final Fantasy VII remake demo.
I
I feel like if you like the combat in that, I think the combat is just about the same.
really.
Yeah, or pretty, kind of like based off that combat from 15.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to check it out.
I think I'd like it.
Yeah, I think you would too.
Like
I liked it for the most part. I still prefer just that classic turn-based, but I mean,
I don't know, man. I think I preferred turn-based when it's handheld.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just because like it just feels slower when you're playing on the TV.
Yeah.
And playing turn-based. So
For sure.
yeah, but Final Fantasy 15 was very great. I loved it.
Cool. So you definitely recommend it?
Definitely recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I might have to check it out.
It's flawed, but it's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
It's kind of unlike any game I've played before, just with the camaraderie of the characters and all the character development.
Well, as long as the story is like interesting, then
yeah, like the story beats you come across, and sometimes it's rarely until you get to the latter chapters, but
yeah,
the story beats you do come across are really good, I think.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah. Just some plot holes and things that you miss, but I think are covered in the DLC chapters.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is weird. I get that why that would be frustrating when the game came out.
Yeah.
But playing it now, it's like.
So I wonder, did they charge for that DLC back in the day? Because I know like the edition that you can get on Game Pass is like everything, right?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they
Okay.
did charge for it. So I get that.
I wonder. I don't remember like when the DLC came out, and I don't remember like if there was any sort of backlash with it. But
Hmm.
I mean, I remember that game kind of getting like mixed reviews. I guess like people didn't hate it, but they were just kind of so about it.
Yeah, yeah, people definitely had gripes with the story because it just
Didn't make sense.
yeah,
Or just
like
was
you just feel like you miss things.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, like did I walk out of the room during a cutscene or something, or did I
It's like
skip something I was supposed
when you're watching Netflix and you fall asleep, and then like the
Yeah.
next day you wake up and you start watching another episode and you're like, wait,
What
what?
the
And then you realize
hell?
that there was like 4 episodes that it had played through while you were asleep.
Yeah, like I didn't know this person died.
Dang it!
That's but aside
Cool.
from Final Fantasy 15, which took up most of my playtime this week, I bought Moonlighter
Okay.
for the Nintendo Switch because it was on sale. I think it's normally $25 and it was on sale for 10. So I picked it up. I heard good things about it.
Yeah, that's a game I always see on sale. And it looks interesting, but I've never jumped the gun on it.
And it's also one of the cool, and this is very menial, but it's one of the cool games that has the Metacritic score on
Oh yeah.
on the screenshots of the game,
Mm-hmm.
so you can kind of see like because the eShop doesn't allow for user reviews,
Right.
so it's nice that they have that on there.
I'm surprised they don't, but
They did for like a week and then they stopped.
because there are so many like garbage games on like the Switch. Like I don't know. Like back in the day, it would always be, Nintendo's seal of approval, and
Mhm.
that was with their main games, of course. But like I don't know, man. There's just so much trash on the Switch
Yeah,
that if it was my platform, I would feel like I would want to kind of
kind
have
of
some
govern it
sort of
a little bit.
yeah, or some sort of like a better approval process of what you can release on the Switch. I know Steam is kind of the same way. I don't
Mhm.
really PC game like that, but I know they have a lot of hot garbage on there too. So
Yeah, it's crazy that they don't have like a at least a star rating system.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it's
That's a little weird. They don't have that.
I don't know. I don't truly understand it, but anyways, got Moonlighter. And it's kind of a mix of like a roguelike dungeon crawler. a- And I say roguelike in a it's not truly a roguelike because at the end of the dungeon you're fighting the same boss
Hmm.
and most of the rooms are the same if you go through the dungeon enough. So like you're gonna recognize most rooms. But it's a mix between that and kind of like a merchant simulator where you get all these items from the enemies you slay, and then you bring it back to your shop that you own, and you try to sell these items to customers, and you set the prices, and they come in and they'll either like have like a sad expression or a happy expression or like a gold face cha-ching expression, like they got like a super good deal, and you can kind of
Hmm.
move around the prices and control like supply and demand.
Okay.
So if like you have a high selling item and you sell too much of it, then people aren't going to want to pay that high price anymore. They'll want a lower price.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting, and then you can use that money to expand your town and expand the shops in your town. You can buy new weapons and new spells, and I think more options. Like I just got a tip jar, so like anyone who buys something has the option of giving a 10% tip to the
Yeah.
purchase. So it's just ways to get more
Interesting.
money. I,
Cool.
I think I think I'm liking it so far. Um, it controls a little weird. Just it's just not as fluid as like a Zelda game would be.
Right.
Like a top down Zelda, but it's pretty good. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm liking it.
I did forget to mention I did play some more Resident Evil. Um,
Mhm.
Still not super far in the game. I just kind of, like I said, I've been using like a guide just because I know, obviously we talked about this before, but just how annoying it can be with not knowing what items you need to hold on to and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I've been just using the guide just to kind of plow through it, and I'm actually really liking it. Doing it that way. It's definitely different than any other Resident Evil after, but it's pretty cool. I do like it.
Nice. I've thought about jumping back into it, but every time I do, I just think about something else, and then I don't.
Try using a guide.
Okay.
just their IGN's got like a really great breakdown of exactly what you need, you know, when to save and all that good stuff. So I would recommend using a guide just because I know it can be super annoying and kind of
Mhm.
put you off of playing because you're like, man, you know, I don't know, because like, you know, it's pretty slow to run around the area and stuff like that. But yeah, it's cool so far.
Okay.
I do
Maybe
like it.
I should try with a guide because I'm just I just got so tired of going back and forth between
Yeah,
the item box.
yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a little frustrating not knowing where to go and
for
stuff like
sure.
that because it's definitely like super puzzle based and like the puzzles are kind of tedious, like not tedious, but they're obtuse sometimes or what's I'm trying to think of the word,
Abstract?
maybe
Too?
abstract. They're not super. Yeah, you don't know what to do all the time. It's not like super simple or anything like that.
Yeah, they're pretty complex, I
Yeah,
guess.
complex or something like that. But yeah, try using the guide for like a little bit and just kind of get your bearings with it because it definitely does help.
Okay. I mean
'Cause-
I do want to see the story through,
yeah,
at least.
yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, that's everything. Anything else you've been playing, or any other things you want to talk about before we jump into the news?
I think that's it. I think that is it.
Cool. All right. So this week was the Xbox Insider event, whatever gameplay. So my biggest gripe with this thing is I don't know the marketing representatives not know the difference between like in-game like trailer footage or like gameplay because none of that was gameplay. Like it was all trailers.
I distinctly remember something like this from the last time Xbox consoles and the PS4 came out, where they did this stuff and called it gameplay, but it was just trailers.
Like when I think of gameplay, I'm thinking of like, you know, the famous Call of Duty gameplay demos they do every year at E3, stuff like that,
Mhm.
where you're actually in the mission and the game is running. You know, not just like a trailer. Like even
Not just in the engine, like
like Assassin's Creed trolled the whole world again. They trolled everybody again with their trailer. Like it was
it
not
wasn't
gameplay.
gameplay.
It was just a big trailer. Like it
Oh
showed more
man,
like I guess in-game action than like that CG trailer or whatever. But it was still just a trailer. It wasn't
it wasn't
gameplay. Like I
gameplay.
expected gameplay, like everyone else did.
Like I guess yeah, it's the game running. You know,
Yeah,
it
like
can be a cutscene in the game, but
I wanted to see a mission. Like you say gameplay. I want to see the Viking guy sneaking around killing people or something or whatever. Like
you,
that's gameplay.
do
Not
you remember how hype we were for this last week? Do you remember a simpler
yeah.
time?
Well, because like I guess we didn't know at the time that it was going to be only third party stuff. Like I don't think that was
Yeah.
mentioned yet. And then
But
they
even
said
then, like
yeah. I mean I don't know, man. There's a couple cool games.
this is like fourth party stuff. This, I mean,
Yeah, it
what
was
the
weird.
heck?
Let's go through the games real
Yeah,
quick and kind of get our opinions. So it started out with Bright Memory Infinite.
which looked like it looked like Crisis.
It looked like Crisis, but that was definitely, and of course, it was like actual game. That was not gameplay footage. Like, there's no
You don't
way.
think so?
I don't think so. It just looked too. I mean, there was no HUD or anything. It just looked like it was touched up, I guess.
The
But
fact that it was made
that
by
thing
one
looked.
person, though.
Yeah, that was cool. Like, what the heck is that game though? Because like you start off like with guns and you're shooting people, and then you got like or like, you got like a grappling hook, and then a car, like a freaking race car, comes out of nowhere. It was weird.
I think one guy was just like, "How much can I do?"
How
Just
much can I put in this? Um,
it's gonna be one of those games that is like a solid representation of like the graphics of a new console, but it really doesn't do anything. I think. I mean, I could
yeah,
be overly critical of that, but
and that's how a lot of like day one launches and launches like that first come out
mm,
with the console. But I mean, it looked interesting. I guess I'm not really hyped on it yet. I guess, but
yeah,
I mean, it looked okay for what it was.
for the, I mean, if that's gameplay, that's really cool. Like I give it to him for
Yeah.
actually showing gameplay in this
Yeah,
conference.
that was like the only thing. The Call of the Sea looked kind of cool. It's that first person game, like puzzle game set in like the 1930s.
Yeah, I don't remember this one. I'm gonna be honest.
Secret Planet. Because there was like a lot of like horror games shown too, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, there were a ton.
I'm trying. Madden was shown off, or like a trailer with Madden was shown off.
Or like a trailer of a trailer for Madden.
Yeah, they had what's his face of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, talking about it. Dirt 5 was shown off. I mean, that thing looks freaking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like every launch is going to have a racing game because that's just like the easiest way
yeah.
to show off, like, you know, the graphics and stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to go through that. I've never played, and this is just a random order. I'm just kind of going through the list and looking. That Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That thing cool. Looked super rad. Like with the guy with the Christmas scene and all the people are hanging up from the ceiling and like their mouths are cut open. It was very creepy.
It almost seemed like a BioShock type.
Yeah. Man, if they had showed off BioShock, that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
The Medium was shown off. That's the new game from Bloober team.
They did.
Good.
What games did they do?
They did.
There were two of them.
The Witch game.
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. They did Blair Witch, and that game was okay. I never finished it. It was okay. What else? Mm-hmm. They did one more thing. What else did they do?
It's the game where you're like a mad painter or mad artist. I think they did a second one. Crap. Layers of Fear.
Layers of Fear. Okay. Yep. Cool. I've never played that game, but it always looked cool. Yakuza Like a Dragon got announced. I think it was already available on the PS4 in Japan, but hadn't came over to the Xbox yet. So that's gonna be a launch title for the Series X.
Cool.
Which is cool.
And then Scarlet Nexus. Which is, I think, from Bandai Namco, but I think it's a new IP. It almost looks like Astral Chain.
Yeah, it was kind of. Is that the anime looking one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think whenever it showed Bandai Namco, I think everybody thought it was going to be Elden Ring from
FromSoft.
Yeah, from Software. Let's see what else was Scorn.
That one looked like Alien.
Yeah, it did. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of like kind of creepy horror like games shown off.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. What else we got? Second Extinction was like that. It's like a 3-player cooperative shooter. It kind of got described as like Left 4 Dead with dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
So that one looked kind of cool.
Looks all right. Has potential for sure.
Let's see what else we got.
The Ascent, which was like a Diablo-like game, like
yes,
Cyberpunk Diablo.
Yeah. I mean, so there was some decent looking stuff that got shown off. I just think it was with the whole gameplay thing was weird, and I don't know. I think we were just expecting a little bit more from this event, but
I was expecting more major players to have some announcements. I mean, aside from like EA and they really just had Madden 21, which is a given, and then Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed. Like, that's really it for.
Yeah, and they kept saying at the bottom of the screen, gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla going to be shown off soon, and blah blah blah. So I just feel like it was just kind of, and they even came back, I think a day or so later, and like tweeted out that they apologized for any like misconception with the event or whatever. But yeah, I think they just need to do a better job of kind of
setting expectations.
Yeah, because they kept saying gameplay, and almost none of that was gameplay. Yeah. Actual like, gameplay that what we expect, like a demo, So there's definitely some cool stuff. I don't want to like hate on the thing altogether, but I think we're just at the point where we're just ready for like new stuff that like anything that doesn't meet like any sort of expectation is just kind of a bummer.
Mhm.
So
But yeah, what we really want is for them to just come out swinging, and they haven't yet.
yeah,
Like either PlayStation or Xbox or Microsoft have come out swinging. Like
yep, exactly.
what?
Uh,
Like what? Why not? What are they doing?
So here's what's kind of to expect going through the rest of 2020. And this is from the Xbox team. Our goals remain to launch Xbox Series X and Halo Infinite this holiday. All 15 Xbox game studios are hard at work on a next generation games on Series X and Xbox Game Pass. The best development teams, and this is just like a bullet point, the best development teams around the world are working hard to have their games ready to play on Xbox Series X this holiday. For PC players, we plan to support the community by making all of our major releases at launch available with Xbox Game Pass for PC, including Halo Infinite, Wasteland 3, Minecraft Dungeons, and of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator,
Mhm.
which I don't know if you've seen any videos on that thing, but that thing looks insane.
Looks awesome.
Um, we have new updates and titles lined up for Xbox Game Pass for console and PC, and we're expanding Project xCloud into new countries on new devices later this year. And later this year, Project xCloud and Xbox Game Pass will come together, enabling you and your friends to play together in more ways. And they also announced like the Xbox 2020 program that they're
Mhm.
starting with this May 7th event episode of Inside Xbox. We'll be showcasing what happens next in the world of Xbox every month, which is why we're calling it Xbox 2020. These monthly moments will take place throughout the rest of the year and will be a way for us to engage and connect and celebrate with you about what's in store for the next generation of gaming, including Series X, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So yeah, every month it looks like they're going to have something regarding what's coming out.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, the July event's going to have the first party stuff. They haven't announced
Yep.
what's going to be in June.
But
So, but yeah, I mean, like Xbox and Microsoft is just like, yeah, this event was kind of a bummer, but I just feel like their plans going with the Series X and like everything they're going to be announcing soon, they're just doing it really, really smartly.
yeah, they're just kind of slow burning it, I guess,
Yeah, so they're
because they
setting,
have time.
yeah, they're setting the expectations of like what to expect and like when to expect these events,
Mhm.
while Sony is, who knows? I feel like they're just gonna like kind of like the PS4 or the PS5 controller. They're just gonna dump it on us one day.
Are they releasing a console, or are they just releasing a new controller? Because so far,
Exactly. We never said PS5. We just said the DualSense. It's just a new controller.
okay. Also, where the heck is Gears Tactics on Xbox?
I think it's going to be coming out a little bit later this year. I think it was going to be for PC first and then coming out for Xbox.
Because it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it's reviewed super well, and everything I've
Yeah,
heard about it is like, yeah, I want to play it for
dude,
sure. But
man.
I really need to go back and play because I never played Halo Wars 2. I finished the first one,
Mhm.
but never touched the second one. So
Yeah,
I need to
I
play
never played
that.
the second one.
I need to play that. Let's see. You want to read the next one?
Yes, yeah. So, Activision Blizzard, of course, states the next Call of Duty will be out this year. So, big
Yep.
surprise, but Call of Duty is proceeding as planned, and
Yeah,
who's
Call of Duty, I felt like over the years just kind of starting to slow down, but with the release of Modern Warfare and the Warzone, I feel
it's
like Call of
back.
Duty's been more popular than ever. So, of course, you're going to want to guarantee it. It's going to be interesting to see, like, the rumor is Black Ops 5. Are they going to do their own, like, Blackout again for, like, and then are we still going to have Warzone going forward? I know
Mhm.
I know they said the Warzone's coming to PS5 and Series X. So that's just, it's
It's
weird.
just weird because do people want to start another battle royale? Like,
And I hopefully, I feel like the way they're going to do it is Warzone is going to be, it's going to be, because it's called Call of Duty Warzone, right? It's not Modern
mm,
Warfare Warzone.
yeah, it's Call of Duty Warzone.
Okay, so I feel like that's going to be the platform going forward with their battle royale stuff, and then Black Ops 5 or whatever will have its own multiplayer stuff.
Okay.
I feel
Yeah,
like that's
that could
probably the
work.
way to do it because I mean, like Blackout was okay, but it didn't take off the way I think a lot of people thought it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, but obviously Warzone has, which is cool for them. But yeah, I feel like they don't want to like split their audience up like that, like having two
Especially, yeah,
battle
especially
royales.
it's different when it's like just a standard multiplayer, but when it's something like that,
Yeah,
where people are like hooked and people are committed to one game, like you can't split them up every year
yeah,
because they're not going to carry over like
yeah.
they think they will.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
interesting with Call of Duty. I honestly feel like they should expand Warzone into like the regular Call of Duty as well, like the multiplayer, and then just maybe every year drop like a single player expansion or something. But I mean, obviously, I guess if you want to do something like in World War II or something, you can't. It's hard to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if you want to completely revamp the multiplayer,
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if you want to do something
yeah,
different,
that'd be
it's kind of
hard.
hard. But yeah, I feel like just keeping the Warzone separate, keep that as your battle royale going forward, and then because let's say Black Ops 5 is set in World War II or something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know how that would work with like
How
having
it
their own
looks like
separate, yeah, have their own separate BR. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, the more I
It's
think
it's
about it,
tough.
they might just have their own NPR. Like, uh, when Activision is developing these games, are they expecting the lifespan of these battle royales to be a year, or are they expecting them to be longer? Because if they're expecting them to be a year, then it would make sense that they would have a separate battle royale for each game. But if not,
Yeah.
then I don't know. There has to be some sort of longevity.
Yeah, it's kind
And
of hard because I mean, obviously something like Halo. I mean, you get invested in Halo 3 is the multiplayer, and then Halo 4 comes out, and you get invested in that multiplayer. But those games are what 4 or 5 years apart.
exactly.
With Call of Duty coming out every year, even that is a little too much with multiplayer, just because you get so invested in that multiplayer that you literally have a year to kind of get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people are putting time into Warzone. Are people going to jump from Warzone to the new Blackout or whatever they're going to call it? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's like Fortnite's been out for three and a half years.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a Fortnite 2, like
Yeah, I mean
they've had revamps, but
they've got their chat, but it's all one game. It's not they're
mm,
not reselling the game to somebody. So stuff like PUBG and Fortnite and what's the other one? Oh my gosh, what's the
Apex.
Apex Legends? It's all the same game. Yes, they're expanding it, changing maps, all that good stuff, but it's the same game. So it's a little bit easier to kind of revamp that stuff versus asking somebody to pay $60 every year to reinvest in some multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's challenging for Activision and the Call of Duty developers. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, but
And it's even harder because with the battle royale genre, it's like most people who are playing that, for one, are younger, and two, don't really want to buy games as much as someone else would. Like
mm-hmm.
I don't know, it might be saying the wrong thing or whatever, but my consensus is that most battle royale players are sticking to one game and not really purchasing other games, let alone non-battle royale, but just other
Yeah,
games in general. They're not really purchasing. They're playing free-to-play battle royales and all that. So
yeah,
I don't know how
yeah,
that's gonna work.
yeah. It'd be interesting to know, and I'm sure it's out there, like the statistics on the percentage of people that play Fortnite or any sort of battle royale game. Like, do they ever purchase something in the game? That's kind of what I
Mhm.
want to know. Like, out of your 100% of your players, do 60% of them purchase something at least some point within, their lifetime playing that game or whatever? It'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, man. I wonder if we had this podcast going last year this time, if we'd be saying the same thing about the next Call of Duty's potential battle royale.
Yeah. Well, like Blackout was, and I'm not like, I liked PUBG. PUBG was probably my favorite battle royale, just because it was so much different than everything else.
So raw.
Yeah, it was so raw, but it was also like a lot of fun. Like it was almost, and I think it was Giant Bomb that referred to this, but they said that it's almost like a horror game because you don't, like, when you get shot out of nowhere, it's kind of scares you, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't get that feeling in Fortnite or Apex or Blackout or anything like that. And maybe because PUBG that was like the first battle royale I played, so maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, who knows what we would have thought, because I don't know. They kind of just, I mean, Warzone was rumored for a while, but it kind of just dropped out of nowhere. But
And I mean, at the time, I thought Blackout did really well, but it fell off pretty quick, I think.
I mean, it was definitely a solid. I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's a solid time. It's a good time. But yeah, I think I was just at that point I was done with BR for the most part.
But that multiplayer,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love the multiplayer.
like the
I mean, like the
5v5.
basic. Yeah, the basic Call of Duty multiplayer is always pretty solid.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer that they didn't release a multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2 remaster. That's such a shame.
Freaking bummer, man.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely be playing.
I would have bought Modern Warfare if that was the case.
Oh yeah, yeah. I probably would have paid like $30-$40 for that if they had the multiplayer added to it. But it is what it is.
Oh, before we get into the next story, Nintendo released their quarterly financials.
Okay.
And I just want to point out, Animal Crossing New Horizons sold 12 million copies in 12 or 13 days.
Yep.
So 1 million copies a day, roughly, on average.
I think isn't it like the third or fourth best-selling Switch game right now, behind like Mario Kart 8 and Smash.
It's seventh.
Seventh. Okay.
Dude, Mario Kart 8 is at 25 million.
It's crazy.
Which is a remake. Well, not a remake, but a port.
Yeah.
Man.
Tell me, man, they need to release their stuff.
They just need to do it.
It bums me out. It bums me out. Like, I really hope. I always want to say it's Nintendo's year, but
no, it's not.
me, man.
Yeah, so I feel like I should go a little bit more in depth, but in their financial briefing, they said that they still had more games planned for the latter half of 2020 that they haven't announced yet, but
yeah,
that could be affected due to,
of course,
coronavirus. Of course,
yeah. Anything that's coming out in the later half of this year, it's even if publishers say that it's coming out, I still don't believe you. Just 100%, just because like you just don't know, you know. But
what did they say? They said Bayonetta 3 was still TBD. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 still TBD. Metroid Prime 4 still TBD.
I don't expect to see Metroid Prime maybe like 2022.
Yeah.
Maybe the end of 2021, but I don't know.
And then the Switch is at 56 million units sold, which is, I think, the third highest console.
Does that include the Lite?
That includes the Lite.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many does it say how many Lights have been sold?
Not. No.
No.
I'm on like their website. And it doesn't.
Okay.
I think it does somewhere, but
okay.
I
I want to see how well the Lights have done compared to the base.
I think
it seems like Lights are like the regular Switches. Excuse me, are the main ones that got bought up.
The main Switches.
Yeah, because I've seen on Best Buy and stuff. I've seen the Lights be available online. So so yeah, it looks like the regular Switches are really the ones that have been getting bought up. But
and I guess when you think about it, like, people really aren't leaving their homes, so like there's not a big need for a Switch Lite.
No.
You know, might as well just get the Switch and hook it up to the TV at that point.
Yeah, if you can get it, yeah, I would.
Yeah. But overall, the Switch is doing very well. It's third highest selling Nintendo console. So
I think I read that Nintendo said that it's about halfway through its life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Which, I mean, that sounds about right. It's been
I
on
mean,
the
it
market
makes
for a
sense,
few
but we'll
years.
probably see maybe like a pro version next year,
Yeah, which
um,
would be sweet.
which would be interesting. But
Probably to slightly combat the Xbox Series X and the PS5.
yeah, I mean, I know there's already been rumors about the Pro and like what it could do. Maybe I don't know,
Mhm.
4K or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we will see. But they're doing well.
Yeah.
No games out in the latter half, though.
Yeah. No games. Nintendo's done for the year with the games.
Yeah, they're
Um,
done after Bravely Default,
Yeah.
which doesn't.
Yeah. Well, after Xenoblade, I mean, well, who knows?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077. There was a news broadcast called Night City Wire that's coming on June 11th, ahead of its September 17th release. So I think they're just gonna probably do like a final gameplay demo or something like that, and just announce anything else that they need to announce before it comes out.
Cool.
I don't. What?
Are you getting this game day one?
Yes, probably. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, same. I think.
Yeah, it looks. Honestly, I haven't seen much of it. Like I just kind of been staying away from it, I guess. Like I don't. Whenever there's articles about Cyberpunk, I don't get super excited to watch it, but I'm still gonna get a day one regardless. It looks cool.
Oh, I saw an article. Apparently, you can alter or edit your genitalia.
Yeah, this game's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be just unlike any other game.
Yeah, like they already said that you can. Yeah, they already said that you can not be female or male. Like you can be whatever the hell you want to be in this game, which is cool. I mean, give the people the options, I guess.
Like modifications and whatnot.
Yeah,
like it's gonna be
a wild game, man. I'm ready. I'm just ready to see like the quests and side quests and the story. Because whatever. I don't know.
I think the ESRB.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he's in the game.
I forgot to mention, but me and Alicia have been watching the Matrix trilogy for the first time, and we finished with Matrix Revolutions yesterday. I will say, Matrix 1 really good.
Yeah, and then
3. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna put this out here. I think 3 is better than 2.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because 2 has the longest fight scenes in the entirety of all time, and I don't know about you, and I might be in the minority here, but I think fist fight scenes are extremely boring.
Yeah.
And they
especially
go
when
forever.
Yeah, it's like yeah, they're like gods and they're just punching each other. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And then I remember, was it the end of 2? Which one? I think it's the end of 2, or it might be. I think it's 3. When like you have all the Agent Smiths. There's like thousands and thousands of them fighting Neo. And it's like really really bad CGI.
Yeah, that was the second one.
Okay.
Wait, that's definitely CGI? Yeah, that's
because they because that's the one with the twins, right? The white-haired twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that movie's kind of bad.
2 like reviewed better than 3, but 3 was just, I think it was just overall a better movie because it was for one a conclusion to the trilogy.
Yeah,
I think it was all right conclusion.
Yeah,
I don't know. Sorry, I kind of took us off the rails here.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I haven't seen those movies in forever, but yeah, the first one is definitely like the best.
Yeah, that one's amazing.
And then it was kind of a bummer from them, the Wachowski brothers.
Have they done anything since?
Yeah, they did that really terrible movie. What was it? Speed Racer. They did that one.
Oh, okay. Did they do John Wick?
No.
Have you seen the
No, I really
3?
want to see John Wick.
Dude, they're so good.
Yeah,
I've seen all 3, and they're amazing.
I finally watched. Speaking of movies, I finally watched Black Panther.
Oh, nice.
That movie was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
And then I watched Doctor Strange.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, it was kind of like more of like a, not necessarily horror, but it was like very weird.
Yeah, super weird.
But yeah, that was cool. So yeah, I've seen all the Marvel movies now. So except for I haven't seen any of the 2 Spider-Man movies. But
you need to watch Homecoming at least.
Yeah,
is that the first one? Yeah,
that's the first
Homecoming.
one.
Yeah.
We did last night. We rented or I downloaded, I think, HBO the free trial or something because we wanted to watch Detective Pikachu. That movie was really good.
It was it was
was
much
really
better than I
cool.
thought it was gonna be.
And like even like because in the trailer I thought the Pokemon looked super weird,
Mhm.
but it looked cool. It looked cool. It looked cool.
Yeah,
I dug it.
in context, they look pretty good. I think.
Yeah. It was definitely pretty cool. And then like just the ending was like, oh, that's nice.
It's feel good ending.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
But so yeah, that's coming with Cyberpunk back in June. And then we already talked about the monthly updates and stuff. And then Xbox and EA and among a couple other studios are going to be joining IGN's Summer of Gaming event coming up next month, I think. I think it's next
Yeah,
month.
it's starting in June.
So maybe a lot of developers are holding out on that because that's kind of like the E3 now. Going forward, it seems like.
I hope it's as big as IGN is like hyping it up to be.
Yeah.
Because
I'm sure I see some really cool games and stuff like that. Because I mean, we don't really have much else that we know of coming out, especially with like Nintendo, and we know absolutely nothing about anything for PS5 other than just rumors.
Mhm.
So, yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a cool event.
Yeah, I just want to see.
It's a world exclusives.
Oh God, if I hear the world exclusive one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's only exciting in like the game, what's at the end of the year, the games
Game Awards.
That's a cool show.
Yeah, I like it. It's too long. It's always too long, but
yeah, it was like 3.5 hours.
It's crazy.
It's like, and they don't even do all the awards. Like some are kind of done between commercial breaks and stuff. It's just they're entirely too long, but it's cool. It's cool.
Man. Well, before we wrap up, I have a question.
Yeah.
And we're pretty deep into the year, and I was kind of looking back on the games I've completed this or beaten this year, and a lot of them were old games. You know, like
yeah.
Final Fantasy 15, Gears 5, Slay the Spire, Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean,
so good.
Yeah, so good. But what's been your standout game this year?
My standout game, man.
It doesn't have to be a new one.
That's tough. Like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, not as far as like. I mean, it's a solid like 7 out of 10 game. But I put the most time into that, I would think. I think I put like 50 hours into that. But that game was a lot of fun. I did really enjoy that. And then obviously Ori, man. Like the Blind Forest was so good. Like it
was amazing.
I had so much fun playing that game. Like it was just it was beautiful. Like it was like, this is why I come to video games, because you get, I mean, the story was okay. It's not nothing. I don't think it's something that we haven't like kind of seen before, but
it's just a cathartic experience.
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful piece of art. Like it's so beautiful looking. And then like playing Will-O-The-Wisps, like it just kind of intensified that. I don't think I didn't get that same like, not necessarily excitement, but like I'm trying to think of the word for it, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I definitely was more in love with Blind Forest, I think, than I was with Will-O-The-Wisps. I think Will-O-The-Wisps, after they fixed it, was a better game. I thought like all the mechanics they added to it was awesome. But I feel like you get that with kind of like any sequel. Like the first one's always going to be special, and then the second one, depending on what it is,
it has a lot to live up to.
Yeah, some sequels are better than like the originals.
Halo 2.
Yeah, Halo 2. Stuff like that. I mean, there's I think Dead Space 2 was better than 1.
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 was better. Gameplay wise, I think the story was pretty cool in 1. But anyways, so yeah, but Blind Forest was good. Will-O-The-Wisps. I mean, obviously, Animal Crossing was a really cool experience that is still going on.
Yeah,
it's like a daily. It's kind of like a daily game.
Cultural phenomenon.
Yep. So that was cool to be part of that. Like just seeing all the memes and stuff like that.
Just everyone in better spirits.
Yeah,
because of the game.
Definitely, and seeing all like the cool like art that people put in the game with their designs and stuff like that was cool.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think, what else did I play? Resident Evil 3 was a really cool experience. I don't think it was as good as 2,
Yeah.
but it was also kind of a different game. It was way more actiony than 2 was. Not
More
as
fun to replay
more
than
fun to replay than
2.
2 for sure.
Mhm.
I actually didn't replay 2 at all, other than I did Claire and Leon's story.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, man. Maybe Ori and the Blind Forest. Like maybe just Ori like combined together
Just as a
as a whole for me specifically because I've never played the original.
Mhm.
Um, and when did you start Ori in the Blind Forest?
Ooh, this
It was
year.
this year, right?
Yeah. I think you
Yeah,
played it
because
like right after I
yeah, because you had hyped it up so
ordered it.
much that I
Yeah.
finally played it. Um, Probably Ori, just Ori 1 and
Ori.
2, just in general as an experience of not
Okay.
having to of just diving into Ori, falling in love with it, and
Yeah.
then like 2 weeks later getting Ori 2. Like just all that combined was just probably the best gaming experience I've had.
That's good. Man. Wait, let me grab my list real quick.
Okay.
You're still gonna remember what I played. Okay. All right, so I started off the year with Witcher 3. Finished that.
Witcher was good as well. Like that was a really fun game to come back to, especially after playing or watching the show.
Yeah, it made everything kind of make sense and everything meant more
Yeah,
after
because
watching
even
the
like
show.
all the books you could read and the text you could look at and stuff, like seeing the stuff that kind of happened in the show was cool.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah. So Witcher 3, Ori Blind Forest, Gears 5, man.
Yeah,
Gears 5
yeah,
was
yeah,
phenomenal. Like
yeah,
that story, God, so good.
yeah,
Like so much better than Gears 4.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
though Gears 4 was great.
Yeah, Gears 4 was great. It didn't take any chances.
No.
It was kind of it, and I read like or I heard an interview, but with Rod Ferguson, and he had talked about how they wanted to prove that they could make a Gears game, without obviously Cliffy B,
Mhm.
and just kind of like take it forward, like, hey, this is our game now. This is where it's going. And it was an interesting story, with the locusts and stuff coming back and all that good stuff. But yeah, 5 was such a beautiful experience. It was so
Yeah.
cool.
It took chances and it made hard decisions and it made you make hard decisions.
Yeah, I'm going to be very curious of what is going to be the right decision, or not the right decision, but the
The
decision they
canon.
choose, the canon decision at the end of that game. I think we already talked about that in the previous
Yeah, we
podcast.
talked about it a little bit, but
But
either way, I'm
yeah,
here for the whole thing. Like
exactly.
sign me up day one.
Yep, yep. I'm ready for
Oh,
it. I'll take it.
Gears 5, Will o' the Wisps, Slay the Spire. That one's a big standout.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. You love that game, and you'd almost gave up on it too, didn't you?
I
Like you couldn't beat the boss or something like that, the final boss.
yeah, I almost gave up. I was mad at I was mad at myself because I accidentally kept pressing the end turn button.
Oh
But
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did say
there's a
that.
setting option where you can have the circle fill up before it actually ends the turn.
Ah, okay, okay,
So I turned that on. It fixed a lot.
sweet.
Then Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2 Claire's story, Resident Evil 6, garbage. And then
Did you ever finish that game?
6?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I finished Leon's story. I I didn't play any of the other ones because
Well, all you need is Leon,
all you need is Big Daddy Leon.
Big Dad.
And then 15, Final Fantasy 15. I don't know. I'd say my standout is Gears 5. And yeah, Gears 5, Witcher 3, Final Fantasy 15 for the best heartstring moments.
Okay.
Yeah. It played a lot of good games this year. Not a lot of new games, but
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been that much stuff. I mean, we've got, Animal Crossing, obviously,
mm,
Dragon Ball for me. I know Doom came out, but I don't know. The things that I've heard about Doom, I just have no desire to play that game.
yeah, it seems too long and
Too long, and like the latter half is kind of like maybe tedious a little bit.
yeah.
And like gets like really hard and stuff.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3, that was a new one that we played.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else came out? That did we miss any other Other
Let me.
bigger. Well, Final Fantasy VII. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
but
Let me take a look here real quick. Just see what's see if we missed anything.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. That's all PS4. So Kakarot. Let's see. Uh, not seeing much.
At least not in the terms of
Yeah, I'm
big
not, well, there's
releases.
a lot of stuff, but there's nothing. What are we in February now? Let's see. March. Oh, Half-Life Alice came out, but
Yeah, I mean,
oh, did you see that Walking Dead game came to the PSVR?
which one?
The Saints and Sinners game? That was actually like surprisingly good.
Oh, well, I know that.
Let's see, Warzone came out. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX came out.
Oh yeah.
Which that I don't know. That didn't really do it for me.
Didn't do it.
Let's see. It's kind of it. Call of Duty Remaster came out. The Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Trials of Mana.
Yeah, Trials of Mana came out. Gears Tactics is another big one, but you can only play that on PC right now.
Nioh 2.
Yeah, Nioh 2 came out. Predator Hunting Grounds came out, which
That came out?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound mean, but
There is a game called SnowRunner. I don't know if you've seen this game. Have you seen it's a game where I think it takes place in Alaska, but you're like you're kind of like a delivery service guy.
Oh wait, I've seen.
And you have to, there's different like trucks you can use, but you have to travel from point A to point B and pick up stuff along the way or whatever. But it's very terrain heavy, so you have to go through mud and you have to go through snow, and you have like I think you have like a cable or something that you can launch out to like get you unstuck with trees. It looks kind of relaxing.
Interesting.
I guess if you're into like the American Truck Simulator games, like that would be kind of your steez. But I'm trying to look at anything else.
Oh, Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people like that game. I've never played a Persona game. What?
Are you ever gonna play Persona?
Probably not, because people say it's like a 100-hour game.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't do 100 hours for
Nah.
just mainlining a story.
Let's see. The Wonderful 101 comes out on May 19th.
Oh yeah, that's soon.
Yeah. That shark game, Maneater, comes out May 22nd, which looks kind of interesting.
Where you play as a shark?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Then Bioshock Collection, and Borderlands Collection, XCOM 2 Collection, and Xenoblade comes out the 29th.
Man, a lot of games coming out on the 29th.
Yeah. And then in June, we got good old SpongeBob coming out, which I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
And it's only $30 too.
It's only $30?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like 50 or 60.
No, it's 30.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I'll definitely pick that up then.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think it's kind of everything. I mean, there's some more stuff coming out too.
Last of Us.
Yes, I cannot wait for that thing. I feel like with that game, I'm going to need just like a week by myself, locked in a room to play it. But
yeah,
obviously not really. But yeah, that game's going to be, I can't wait for that game.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be
so good.
But I still got to finish Spider-Man. I still got to play Days Gone.
Have you like touched Days Gone at all, or
no,
not
at all? I've unwrapped it, and that's about it.
So you have touched it then?
Yes, I've touched it. And then apparently Marvel's Avengers comes out September 4th. I don't believe that, but
that just does not sound like a possibility in any realm for me. But sure,
yeah. Some good. We still got some good stuff coming out. A lot of stuff we don't know about yet. But
I think I'm most hyped for Cyberpunk right now. I want to be a part of that
Yeah, that
watch.
zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool. But yeah, that is going to do the show this week. Appreciate everyone that's been downloading the show, as always, and watching it on YouTube and all that good stuff, watching it live with us. If you guys have any questions or want to send any sort of comments or suggestions or whatever, send it to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Yeah, we will be back next Sunday, around 8:30 and 9, like always. Who knows?
Between 8:30 and 9.
Yep.
100% of the time.
100% of the time, every time. But yeah, that's gonna do it this week. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.